Good morning, everybody. At least everybody in the western part of the world now, where the sun has just risen an hour or two ago. Mike Dooley here for another spiritual tune-up. This one on a very hot button topic. Should be a lot of fun. Creationism versus evolution. Until now, at least in the Western world, there are really only two concepts put forth that are supposed to explain the origin of ourselves and life as we know it. Number one, God is an angry white man who put you here to test you, judge you, and sentence you. Where's your power in that equation? Nada, zippo. The second prevailing premise that explains the origins of life in the Western world is that it's all random chance. Space dust must have collided at some point in the outer space, maybe a million, a billion years ago, and fortuitously landed in a warm body of water, sprung consciousness, gills, and eventually crawled out of the oceans, ultimately learning to walk upright and to wear high heels. Now, I love that story, okay? What a story. What an imagination anybody must have had to originate it and then to believe in it. It's like, woohoo! But where is your power in that story? That random, meaningless, pointless, stupid things could happen to anybody for no reason? Do you really think we could have made it millions of years in such a universe where there's no intelligence, no love, no order? It's ridiculous. Both concepts, a juvenile God or random, chance, pointless, meaningless life, is totally in contradiction to what our physical senses even show us. So how about this? How about this? How about the answer is neither A or B? It is C. Why not a blending of creationism versus evolution, both of which we see with our physical senses? Even scientists tell us that matter is not solid. What is it? Oh, it's whirling, organized energy. Great job, scientists. Who organized it? It organized itself. Okay, come on. There's intelligence everywhere. The beauty, the magnificence, the plants, the animals, the people, the diversity, the symbiotic relationships. It's like mind numbing. It's ridiculous to think that consciousness sprung from a rock. It's never done that in a laboratory. But yet, those who want us to believe the second of the two equations, that it's all random chance, also have to deal with evidence. Do you realize that nowhere on the face of the earth has there ever been found any evidence that documents the evolution of an amoeba to an elephant? No skeletal remains on planet Earth. No amoeba to elephant. No amoebas to bumblebees. No amoebas to human beings. Zero skeletal evidence. Not even close. To think that we all evolved from an amoeba and full stop, it's patently ridiculous. And besides, why are there still amoebas? It's like, come on, it's a little bit of both. There's evidence everywhere on the world of our ability, every species' ability to adapt, okay? Darwin saw this. Some turtles grew longer necks on different islands where the fruit was harder to get. Just because we have evidence of minute adaptations. Oh, and don't think that little pictogram of a monkey and then an ape and then a gorilla and then a human being tells a complete story. That's garbage. There's a monkey on Sumatra, and there's an ape in Africa, and there's a gorilla in the zoo. And supposedly they're like, oh, look, we started like this and we finally grew to walk upright. That's ridiculous. So what is this getting at? There's evidence everywhere, in every atom of brilliance and intelligence. That means our lives are wrapped in intelligence, which is belied by order and meaning and purpose and love. Not a human love that's judgmental, but an infinite, unconditional love. None of this would have ever come to pass if there wasn't just this radiant love from Source. And who can even put their mind around what Source is? God, but not a God of religion. There's this beauty, love, purpose, meaning everywhere to our physical senses and in our heart. And if this is the case, what else can we notice that's patently, obviously true for everyone? And that is our thoughts become the things and events of our lives. How? Why? Don't even go there. Let the metaphysicists, quantum physicists figure that out, as they're now doing. But we can witness that there's order made possible by love, and we can witness our power, full stop. Get it on. You can live the life of your dreams. You can do whatever you want. You are a spark of God. You are pure God. You are brimming with intelligence. And when you need an answer to a question, you draw them to you, don't you? They just fall out of the sky when you dwell and you dwell and you yearn and you want. You figure stuff out, not just from reading books, but from going within. And you can unravel any mystery of the universe because you are pure God. And you can make any dream come true because you are pure God. And this was the intention that we can evidently see all around us. Yes, there's creationism. Yes, there's evolution in the form of adaptation. I hope that empowers you. I look forward to another spiritual tune-up mañana. And let me remind you, down below, there's a link to register for a 30-minute workshop to get your groove on during these weird and wild times that we're now in. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. You got to register. It's free. It's one of our many offerings, one of our many resources, but you got to sign up in advance. See you tomorrow morning and tomorrow afternoon for a doubleheader. Lots of love, everybody. Tally ho. Think the good thoughts.